Nicole, when was the last time you listened to your gut?
I always do, because we know there's a lot of misleading health advice out there, and most of what we're taught about food is wrong. Did you know that Big Food even pays TikTok influencers to say that ultra-processed foods are healthy? Well, they're not.
My God, that is shocking. It's no wonder that 1 in 8 people globally, by the way, that's over 1 billion people if you don't want to do the maths, are living with obesity.
Our sponsor Zoe understands that our health is suffering, and it's time we listened to our gut.
They make your gut health their business. And as we've learnt in over 5 years of doing this pod, gut health is key to overall health.
Your Zoe membership starts by testing your gut health, backed by one of the world's largest microbiome databases and most scientifically advanced at-home gut health tests. Zoe gives you proven science whenever you need it.
Listen, we know better than anyone else being in the self-care space that the start of every new year is noisy with health advice that is often just full of hot air and rubbish. But Zoe is the solution that you can trust.
Zoe is the science and nutrition company leading a movement to transform the health of millions, and Zoe membership has been proven by a randomized controlled trial, giving you the solutions to listen to your gut, make smarter food choices, and change your health for life.
Go to Zoe.com and find out what Zoe membership could do for you. And because you listen to Self-Care Club, you can use the exclusive code SELFCARE10 to get 10% off membership. As a Zoe member, you'll get an at-home test kit and personalised nutrition programme to help you make smarter food choices that support your gut. That's Zoe.com. Use code SELFCARE10 at checkout. Trust your gut. Trust Zoe. Trust your gut. Trust Zoe.
This episode is sponsored by Zoe. Hello, everyone. Just a couple of things, if we may. Please, if you are listening to the show and you have not followed, please hit the follow button at the top of the page now.
25% of you are already following this show, and it makes such a huge difference to an independent pod like ours. So please, wherever you're listening, hit that follow button now.
And also, if you want more from us, please come over to our subscription on Apple Podcasts to get this show and Self Care Club ad-free.
I'm not sure the 80s moustache is ever coming back in for women. He wants a blowjob. There's no doubt. He's pre-planned that conversation.
Well, that's not where this is going.
Oh, okay. It's some sort of kryptonite to men. They see Tupperware and they're like, must not touch. It's great. It's so much better than being 25 and having tits that actually stay in the air and a slim waist and feeling like you want to have sex all the time and you can tolerate everything because you're in such a good mood because you're so fucking young. Okay? It's just as good as that.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to 40ish. I'm Nicole Goodman.
And I'm Lauren Mishcon.
This is the podcast that navigates the challenges and absurdities of 40-something life, and we solve all of your dilemmas.
We do attempt to. We don't always succeed.
I think we do a pretty good job, actually. Every episode, we discuss your problems, issues and rants that you have kindly emailed in to us. And we also divulge our own stories, our own rants, our own issues, and our own mess of navigating midlife. So how are you this week?
If something's happened, I need to run it by you because I think you're going to have a visceral reaction to it.
Is it something to do with cheese? No, because I hate cheese. So every time we talk about cheese, I do have a visceral reaction to it.
Absolutely nothing to do with cheese.
Okay. I thought you were going to say, like, I've made you a cheesecake for...
I would never make you a cheesecake. I'm not mad. Listen, this is the thing. I've started to look at Loafers and I feel like I might want a pair. What?
Me too!
Oh no! What's happening to us?
Also, I have another thing to admit.
Oh God, it can't be worse than that.
I have started to really like the clothes in M&S.
Okay, that I'm so far down the M&S rabbit hole. That's not a thing. And can I tell you something?
What do you mean that's not a thing?
I mean, I buy them all the time.
You don't buy things
Yes,
from M&S.
I do. And
what was the last thing you wore that was from M&S?
The Top Gun jumpsuit.
Oh.
Okay, and let me tell you something else.
That is cool.
I know. This is going to blow your mind. Bella Freud has done a collab with M&S.
Who's Bella Freud? Don't look at me like that.
The designer, you would know the jumpers, they have slogans on them and they are like £600. She's done a collab with M&S, this capsule collection.
Yeah.
It's coming out.
Yeah.
I'm telling you now.
Yeah. Got to get on that.
Thursday morning, so you better stay up till midnight Wednesday night because get on it. Because otherwise everyone buys every size and they sell it on Vinted for £1 million.
Yeah.
Amazing. Like high-waisted. I've seen the whole collection. There's a blazer, there's an amazing blouse, there's all these jumpers. There's
because
a
who
tote.
did a collection with Mango? Victoria Beckham.
It was shit.
It was shit. I did stay up. I did stay up. I put an alarm in my phone. I thought, I'm on that shit because I love Victoria Beckham.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm never going to pay those prices. Can't afford it anyway, even if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Stayed up. There was a bag, they're like a fringing bag that was like £180 and it was fucking tiny. And I thought, no.
Yeah. Well, this looks hot to trot. I have no issue with you being down with the M&S clothes because if you are picky, some of the things are so good, so nice, and no one believes it's M&S. The loafer thing, can we just circle back?
But I think loafers are having a
they
comeback.
are having a moment. But what I'm looking at is tan, suede, with a little gold buckle. And they're sitting in a basket.
No, mine have got a tassel.
Oh, well, I've gone buckle. I'm looking at them. I'm thinking, how would I style that up? What kind of jeans would you wear?
Yeah.
Does it go with
Yeah.
my existing wardrobe? Or
Yeah.
do I now need to
A new wardrobe.
buy a barber
But
coat?
you couldn't wear it with what you're wearing.
No.
You're wearing a boho dress. But that's the thing. They're very preppy.
Yes.
I am not preppy.
You are not. I am not. I can do preppy.
You can, and I like preppy for you.
Thank you. But what I feel is missing is a barber coat and a conservatory and some Labradors. And I can't kind of get all of those things just because I've bought a pair of loafers.
Especially when they're cheap from ASOS.
Well, they're not. The ones I'm looking at, let's go full middle class here. They're Boden. And they're actually really expensive. I'm thinking, will I wear them twice?
No, you know what? You don't need to spend a lot of money on loafers because they are everywhere. You could go to Zara and get a really nice pair.
But do I want
But
that
what are we
look?
wearing them with? Also, you know what
Thank
else
you.
I like?
What are we wearing them with?
I think they go with the new, and you're going to turn your nose up, but
Go
I'm
on.
telling you it's a thing.
Go on.
And I was in Paris this weekend and I saw a girl walking
Yeah.
down the street in
Yeah.
them, and my God, she rocked them.
Yeah.
Denim culottes.
I see it.
And she was wearing it with a knee-high boot, and she looked beyond cool.
I mean, I would look absolutely horrendous in them, but I know what you mean.
But I think that's what you're going to wear it with. What else are you going to wear it with?
A chino? I don't own
I can't
any.
do chinos.
I don't own any.
I can't. You know, you wore a pair of trousers yesterday. You could wear them with those green trousers.
They're like, no, it needs to be a slim cut trouser. I don't know. The fact
That's the
is,
problem. That is the problem.
I
with
looked at
loafers.
them. I liked them.
I
and
like
then
them.
as I liked them, I immediately panicked.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. What if I buy them and wear them? And then Nicole looks down at my feet and she's like, I can't do this relationship anymore. You're now a woman who wears loafers. What's next? Change your name to Jilly? Jill? Sue? Start breeding Labradors?
You can't. Firstly, there is nothing wrong with the names Jilly, Jill, or Sue.
No, there's nothing wrong
Sorry,
with them.
Jilly, Jill, or Sue, who are listening.
There's nothing wrong with those names. I'm just saying it's a whole vibe.
Jilly, Jill, or Sue don't necessarily have barber coats and Labradors.
They might, and a conservatory. And maybe I want all of those
You
things.
don't want a conservatory. They are very dated. Can I just say? You don't want it a conservatory.
This whole thing is also reminding me of the fact that Jilly Cooper's
I knew
Rivals.
you were going to talk about Jilly Cooper
Jilly
Rivals.
Cooper's Rivals
I just
is
knew
coming
it.
out on Disney Plus.
Oh,
and
is that why?
I am fucking here for it.
You're going to have the jodhpurs and the whip.
Why not? Why not?
Why not?
You know what else it's bringing back?
That's not in M&S.
An M&S whip. What department would that be in? Would it be near the till, do you think?
I think it would be in accessories. The riding, it says sports.
Riding crops.
No, the sports department.
You know that the handlebar moustache is also coming back in. That 80s kind of...
Perfect. I can stop waxing and not worry about taking the testosterone.
I meant for the men, but okay. I'm not sure the 80s moustache is ever coming back in for women.
Listen, for all the perimenopause sisters out there, you catch my drift, right? You know, you have to wax that shit a lot more often than you used to.
Just a quick disclaimer before we dive into your dilemmas. We're not doctors or health professionals. No. This is just a fun space where we share our thoughts, which could be and probably are totally wrong.
I don't think they are totally wrong.
I mean,
I'm
they
sorry.
could be.
I think we know quite a lot about life. I'm just saying, I know we're in the middle of a disclaimer, but you always say they could be totally wrong. But actually, I think they are usually quite spot on.
Well, for legal purposes, I'll
Yes.
end this disclaimer by saying if there is an issue that you are seriously struggling
Yes,
with, not to
seriously.
do with loafers or Jilly Cooper,
Yeah.
then please contact a qualified expert.
Our first dilemma
Yeah.
is called washing tsunami.
Oh.
She says, I went out with the girls one night for dinner. I came home, my husband was in bed, and he says to me, oh, by the way, I did the washing.
Wow.
So I thought...
He wants a blowjob. There's no doubt. He's pre-planned that
Well,
conversation.
that's not where this is going.
Oh, okay.
She says, I thought, okay, that sounds suspicious, but I'll just accept it. I came down in the morning and I noticed that all, in capital letters, the sheets, pillowcases and duvet covers had been put in the tumble dryer at the same time.
What?
I pulled them all out to find that they were completely crumpled, so I needed now to give them a strong iron.
Right.
There was also clean washing everywhere. Then she says, everywhere, in capital letters with about 12 exclamation marks. Previous to this, I had 4 neat piles for 4 different members of my household.
Yes.
And I also had an ironing pile.
Love that for you.
He had taken all the washing out and just dumped it on the side. There was washing everywhere. It took me 30 whole minutes to sort the whole thing out. And there he is telling me that he's done the washing.
Yes. Many questions. First one being, why did he strip, change and wash all the bed? So suspicious. Like,
No, she doesn't say that he's stripped change. She just says that he's
just done the washing.
He's just done the washing. So he's obviously it was obviously took it in the washing machine.
Oh, I see.
Well, I don't know about you, but on sheet day,
yeah.
my cleaner comes in and she strips my beds and then she leaves everything by the washing machine and then I do all the washing, right? So it could have been that.
Okay.
The beds might have already been
changed
previously stripped.
Because if he's changed the bed himself, I'm like, did you shit in the bed? Like, what? Why? There's no situation where Ollie would strip, change and wash
Well,
our
he would
bedding.
if Barker had an accident.
No, he would call me up the stairs to tell me Barker had an accident and then I would deal with that issue.
Is that your washing is your department?
He stated early in the marriage, I do not deal with sick or turds. He stated it early.
You know, that's fine.
And do you know what? To be fair to him, he stuck to that mantra. three babies and a dog, and he stuck firm to the mantra. So no, he would be calling me up for that issue.
Good for Ollie, but the feminist in me is screaming.
Good for Ollie, not so great for me.
No.
So what this husband means is he's done the washing, which
he hasn't done the washing.
No, he has done the washing, but he has done what you and I like to call an Arthur half a job or half a job Bob.
I call Adam half a job Bob.
And I call Ollie Arthur half a job. Same thing.
And that was coincidental.
Yeah.
So when Adam does the washing, because this is very, very similar to Adam. Adam will always say, I've done the washing. Yeah. And I always say to him, but your version of doing the washing, because there are like 4 steps to doing the washing.
Yes.
Right? There's the putting in.
Yes.
There's the taking out.
Yes.
There's the folding up.
Well, there's the hanging
the putting away.
Hanging, drying.
That's what I mean. The hanging, drying.
Yeah.
And then the
putting
folding
away.
up and then the putting away.
Yeah.
That's doing the washing.
Yes.
There are 4 steps.
Yes.
And all 4 steps need to be done in order to be able to state, I have done the washing.
He just means he's put the clothes in a machine.
No, but what he did was he put it all from the washing machine into the tumble dryer. Now, if this woman is like me, and it sounds like she is, I have a very, very strict routine on sheet day.
Wow.
And I hang them up now. I don't put them in the tumble dryer. I'll put the sheets in, but all the duvet covers and the pillowcases, they get hung up so they don't need ironing.
Oh.
It saves me a lot of time.
Okay.
But if I
Do you
came...
even own an iron?
Yes, Miss Fancy Pants, I own an iron.
I can't see you with an iron. It's not very you.
It's not very you either.
No, I don't iron.
But you own an iron.
I own it, but I don't utilise it.
You must iron clothes.
No, Zach does.
Listen, we've had this discussion before and you said he was rubbish.
He was shit.
He's not rubbish at many things, but ironing he is.
He irons his own T-shirts and stuff.
Does he?
Yeah. He's a very, very...
How do you make such independent children?
It's a skill.
It is.
I don't know. I didn't teach him to iron because I can't iron. He just taught himself.
You can iron. You can iron. You can.
I can do so many things.
I promise
that
you,
is one of them.
You can iron. Anyway, the point is that he hasn't done the washing. I'm feeling this, woman, because I have a similar issue at home. And also there's a system. Either stick to the system or keep your mitts out of it, you know? But then Adam will always say to me, listen, I'm just trying to help. And I always say to him, you're not helping by doing your own washing.
Listen, I'm really sorry. I'm going to have to actually disagree with you on this.
What do you mean?
I think it is, he did it, this husband did it out of the goodness of his heart. I really think it was a nice thing to do. He was trying to be helpful.
I'm not suggesting he wasn't trying to be helpful,
And I don't
but
think,
do it properly.
I don't think she should be complaining. I'd be really happy if Ollie said, I've done the washing. Even if
he hadn't done the washing.
Even if he'd just done part one.
No, but he hadn't even done part one. He'd made a lot more work for her because then she had to iron all the sheets. And then she had to sort out the mess with all the clean washing that he couldn't be bothered to fold up. Sorry, he did not do the washing.
Right, this is one of two things. Either A, genuinely trying to be helpful,
yes,
or B, weaponized incompetence, which is the worst thing in the whole world. Which, by the way, is when you do something on purpose, badly, on purpose.
So you never get asked to do it again.
So you never get asked to do it again.
It's very clever.
It's one of those two things.
I think it's probably the first thing, but
then
it's
don't
not...
complain. Don't complain.
I think she can complain. How can you say that? He basically said he did the washing, yes, to do a nice thing, but it's not. It's not a nice thing because he's created a lot more work for her. That annoys me. It's like when Adam says he's emptied the dishwasher, but he leaves 12 items on the top. Oh, I didn't know where it went. Yes, you do. You live in the same house as me.
Oh, no, I love that. I love that when they unload the dishwasher, but they leave
don't love it.
4 items of Tupperware on top. Or like, I didn't know.
Then Adam says, I don't deal with Tupperware.
Yes, Ollie also won't deal with Tupperware. It's like they're allergic. It's some sort of kryptonite to men. They see Tupperware and they're like, must not touch, must not go near. No.
Yeah.
What is that about?
What is that about?
I'd love to know. But if you are a man listening to this podcast, please tell us what's the problem.
Do you remember we recorded a podcast with 2 other men years ago and we never released it? What was it called? Who's Taking the Bins Out?
Yes.
That was a good show. Anyway, it never got released. And we did a whole episode on Tupperware and they both said, oh no, I don't touch the Tupperware drawer. They both said it.
What the fuck? Also, Ollie won't decant stuff into Tupperware. What he'll do is he'll get a huge amount of cling film and he'll put it over whatever the food is in.
But then you can't fit it in the fridge.
No, he often doesn't, just leaves it out. But
then what waste of cling film?
He would not decant it because he'd have to go in the Tupperware drawer.
Oh, I see. So do you see what I mean? It's like you say you've emptied the dishwasher, but you haven't. Because it's half a job. Don't do half a job. It really winds me up.
So either just tell them to please not help you because it's not helpful.
No, or I'm not saying that. It's just...
Or do it yourself.
No. Or option 3, fucking do it properly.
But they're not going to do it
Yes,
properly.
they are. Yes, they are. That is a cop-out. You are raising
just
sons.
Accept it.
How very dare you? You are raising men to be in this world. You have got to show them, Lauren. Show them the way. So that other women, the next generation of women, don't have to fucking moan about this shit. It's on your shoulders. I have women. You have men.
I can't be responsible for the whole future of the human race.
I'm sorry, but you are.
Wow, that's a lot of pressure, Nicole. I've currently got an 11-year-old who still takes off his trousers and pants in one go and leaves them on the floor together. And then in the mornings, I have to remove the pants from the trousers, put the pants in the wash, put the trousers in the cupboard. We're still there. We're still at that phase. He will learn. I will teach him as time goes along.
You've got to teach him to empty the dishwasher and put everything away. Or if you're going to do the washing, it's a 4-step program.
Do you think that I should do some sort of like gentle exposure therapy to Tupperware? Do you think I should just leave the Tupperware drawer open and when they come down to the kitchen, all the boys should have to... And then I'll say, okay, stare in the drawer for 10 seconds.
I feel like Max and Zach are very okay with Tupperware. I reckon they're okay because I reckon they decant, especially Zach, 'cause he's very into his food and looking after himself.
Well, to be fair, there's no leftovers when it comes to those two. It's gone.
I just think, they are responsible young men.
Yeah,
they're okay with Tupperware, and I reckon they understand that there is a 4-part system to the washing.
They definitely don't.
Lauren, you know me, and you know when it comes to answering the listeners' dilemmas and when it comes to food, I always trust my gut. And I also trust Zoe, the leading science and nutrition company.
All the nutritionists that we've spoken to on Self-Care Club have highlighted just how much misleading information is out there when it comes to food. Things like the claims that you see on packaging that say things like low sugar or nothing artificial. These are often a sign to actually avoid these foods. Ever noticed a health claim on fresh fruit?
No, never.
Right, well, you get my point.
So it's completely understandable why there's so much distrust and wondering who you should turn to for accurate information.
Well, it's very simple. It's not a dilemma for us. We use Zoe.
Backed by one of the world's largest microbiome databases and most scientifically advanced at-home gut health tests, Zoe gives you proven science whenever you need it.
Go to Zoe.com and find out what Zoe membership could do for you. And because you listen to 40ish, you can use the exclusive code 40ish10 at checkout to get 10% off membership. As a Zoe member, you'll get an at-home test kit and personalised nutrition program to help you make smarter food choices that support your gut. That's Zoe.com. Use code 40ish10 at checkout. Trust your gut. Trust Zoe.
Yesterday, we were in the studio, at James's studio, and we were talking about collectives.
Oh, collective names for groups of animals.
Yes. And then James said a very interesting question.
Yes.
He asked, what is the collective name for menopausal women?
So to give an example, like a group of flamingos is called a flamboyance of flamingos, and a herd of elephants.
Yeah.
And, a mischief.
What was the penguin?
A mischief of rats. I know, a colony of penguins. And I became very obsessed with these collective names because they're just such fun. Oh, a thunder of hippopotamus.
Yeah, but that's amazing.
Oh,
Thunder.
that was fabulous.
Anyway, so we asked on our socials.
Oh, yeah.
What name would you give a collective
Of menopausal women.
of menopausal
I
women?
said it should be called a flash of menopausal women.
I don't like that.
I know you don't like it, but I'm still standing by it.
I don't love it. Anyway,
Okay. Yeah.
quite a few people messaged us on the back of that story, and we had 3 answers.
Yeah.
Coven.
A coven of menopausal women. Okay. Yeah, I get that. Mhm.
I think that was good. Someone wrote in rock stars.
Okay.
I
yeah.
like that.
It's
better
not
than
very accurate, but okay. Yep.
That's not kind.
It's a tricky time.
That is not kind.
I'm not even really there yet,
Listen,
and I'm telling you it's a tricky
I do not
time.
know where the feminist in you has gone today, but she has not come in the building.
She left the building.
Would you like to go back out those doors and go and get her and bring her to the conversation? Because
I'm not
this
feeling her today.
1950s version of you
Yeah.
is not becoming.
Okay. What's the other one?
Hot.
That could be taken in 2 ways. So yeah, hot's good. A hotness of menopausal women. What term would you like?
Or hot of menopausal women. It has to be something to do with not putting up with any bullshit anymore. I like that angle of it.
An intolerance of menopausal women.
No, because it's not an intolerance. It's not about not tolerating something. It's just not. It's just not. It's just not.
I like that Instagram thing that's going around that says, I now identify as perimenopausal. My pronouns are try/me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something like that.
I also like the dances. You know, when they have the group of men that are doing like the line dancing.
Yes.
Or like the Morris dancing.
I know exactly
They
what
are
you
so
mean.
funny. They're really making me laugh. It's something to do with just having solid boundaries.
Oh.
And just not putting up with the things that you have been putting up with. What is the word for that?
Bullshit radar? There isn't one word.
What's the word for no bullshit?
Intolerant. There
No,
isn't a
because
word.
it's not intolerant, because that still has a negative connotation. This is about being empowered. An empowerment.
An empowerment of menopausal women.
It's a little cheesy.
It's very...
We need that, but less cheesy.
I'll have to mull it over for the rest of the show.
The powerhouses.
Again, mildly cheesy. It has a hint of fromage around it. It needs to be something a little funnier.
But flash is okay, is it?
Yeah.
No, because I just think of sweaty.
Yeah.
No,
A lot of women do feel sweaty.
I don't.
Okay, that's wonderful for you.
I mean, intolerant, maybe. Irritated, maybe.
Definitely.
Short-tempered,
For sure.
maybe. I actually am not hot.
Okay, that's good. That's one less thing to worry about, isn't it?
For now. We'll get back to you on it. If you have any answers on that, please email them into us, hello@40ish.co.uk.
Oh, now this is a question that's right up my street. It came in yesterday on Instagram. It's short, but sweet. Hi. Is it middle-aged to get super excited about the new Dyson wet vac? Yes, but also...
What is it?
Also, wow.
What is the wet vac?
Oh my God, you don't know about the Dyson wet vac?
No.
Okay, it's like a Hoover.
Before you start,
Yeah.
I just want to say at the top of this,
Yeah.
I am not into Dysons. I actually don't rate them as products. I know that kind of then stops us from getting potential sponsorship with Dyson, but I really don't rate them.
Well, in case they do want to sponsor us, I fucking love Dyson. So
What do you love about them?
the power and the baglessness.
You can get Hoovers. You can get bagless Hoovers without getting a Dyson.
The Dyson wet vac is basically a Hoover, but for floors rather than carpet. So it washes it, disinfects it, and dries it.
At the same time?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Hello.
Shut up.
Hello. Would you like to send us one Dyson wet vac?
You know what? I take
God.
it all back. I reckon that's a very good product. Hold on.
I'd just like to put out a little sub story that I have a very elderly and incontinent spaniel, and I could really do with that Dyson wet vac for my floors. They're wooden, they're very nice, and they're becoming less nice because of him. I don't want to have him put down, so please send me one so I can clean the floors properly.
But does it actually do the job? Have you used it?
I have not yet been sent one by Dyson to try out. I still use my boner. It has an excellent squirting action. It's reliable and I love it.
I'm just not going to make the cheap joke because we're all thinking it and nobody needs to hear it.
Well, I love
And
my...
you said it on purpose.
And I love my boner. It's
I know.
very reliable.
Anyway,
yeah. Is it middle-aged of her? I mean, yes, it is.
Yeah,
yes,
100%.
But also, we're here for it.
But also, if it washes the... I need to see this shit before I'm bought into it, because if it actually washes the floor and dries it at the actual same time that you sweep it over the floor, then okay. Where's the soap coming from? And also, if it's anything like the hairdryer, I'm not buying it.
Oh, wow, I don't have the hairdryer.
Or that wrappy thing.
Oh,
that
the
was
Air
like
Wrap.
Thank you.
The Dyson Airwrap.
Dyson Airwrap, which was £500.
Do you have one?
No.
I don't either.
Because
I wish I had
Let me
one.
tell you something about that hairdryer.
Yeah.
Because I bought one
Yeah?
when I was a hairdryer.
When you were a hairdryer?
I'm now inanimate objects.
When you were a hairdresser? When you were a hairdresser, you bought one?
Yeah, I had one.
Yeah,
And it only works on one certain type of hair.
Which is?
Well, like fine hair.
Oh, that is so interesting.
It's not good for you because your hair's too curly. So don't
Noted.
so don't get it.
Okay, because I
And
was
also
thinking
because
I
it's
should get a
not,
new
it's
hairdryer.
light and it
Yeah.
looks great
Yeah,
aesthetically.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
absolutely
yeah.
bang on point. But it doesn't have the power or the heat because it says, it doesn't. It's good for your hair because it's not super hot.
But you want it
So
super
so
hot.
it's good for the condition of your hair.
Yeah.
It won't burn your hair. I think
Yeah.
that's its USP.
Okay, but you want to burn the shit out of your hair, right?
Well, no. No, you don't want to burn the shit out of your hair, but what you need the heat in order to keep it from frizzing.
Oh, okay.
And you need the power to keep it from
This is
frizzing.
excellent information. Thank you. The adverts.
You love my hair tips.
I love your hair tips. I'm here for them all day long. The Dyson wet vac ads are on TV all the time, and every time I watch it, I'm
I
like,
don't watch TV.
Ooh.
What are you watching aren't you watching everything on demand?
No, maths I watch. On
Well, you
telly.
watch it in real time.
Well, I watch it 5 minutes delayed so that I can skip some adverts.
But you're always going to catch up.
I do always catch up.
You
It's
see,
so
now that is
true.
very middle-aged.
Yeah, I know.
You're actually watching scheduled TV.
Yeah.
Who does that?
Me. They're only running the BBC for me now. I watch Strictly in real time.
Do you?
Yeah.
Wow.
I like it. It makes me feel like a kid again.
I actually think it makes you old.
Oh, it's 7:15. It's time for the show. I like that.
But you know you watch it whenever you want.
I know.
Whenever you want.
I know.
It's called on demand.
Yeah. Even I know
you can
about that.
stream it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
Amazing.
It's not as fun.
So the answer is yes, you are middle-aged.
Yeah, you're
and
middle-aged.
That's okay, because that is what this podcast is about.
And also, could you just buy one and then test it out and then email us again to tell us how good it is?
A video. We need a video.
Yeah.
I need to see a filthy floor.
And then a clean one.
And then a clean one in one sweep.
I want to see it in action.
And also, how much are they?
Probably a fair amount.
I have a lot of questions. And is it anything like the hairdryer? Because if it is, I'm not into it. If it isn't, I'm here for it.
But also, we're really happy if they send us one to test out. Thanks.
Dyson. We would really love... What's
a
it
wet
called?
vac.
A wet vac.
Dyson wet
a wet
vac.
vac. Because of her spaniel and just my general cleaning needs.
Don't let me put my dog down because of the dirty floor.
She's not going to do that, Dyson. I promise you she's not going to do that. But we would love it. And we could try it out. And then we can report back to our listeners about how good the wet vac is. Now, wouldn't that be an amazing piece of content? Thank you, Dyson.
Thanks, Dyson. Okay. I mean, have we solved all the problems of middle age today?
Not all of them, but we're definitely getting through it.
Good. Keep your emails, rants, stories, dilemmas, problems coming in because we get a lot of glee from reading them. I don't mean that in a mean way.
Glee.
But it's really good to know that we're all in this mess. Empowerment.
It's not a mess.
Hot, not hot.
Flash.
Sweaty, not sweaty. Brain foggy, not brain foggy. Intolerant.
Not intolerant.
Boundaried time together. It's great. It's so much better than being 25 and having tits that actually stay in the air and a slim waist and feeling like you want to have sex all the time and you can tolerate everything because you're in such a good mood because you're so fucking young. Okay? It's just as good as that.
Normally I'm having the feminist rant.
I'm really exhausted now.
Yeah. You're not even in perimenopause yet. We'll be back next week. If you want to be in touch, please do. It's hello@40ish.co.uk or you can find us on our socials at 40ish.podcast. Please come follow us. Please come be part of the conversation and we'll be back next week.
Bye-bye.